grab a drink, because this is Hangover Time.
Heat win! Heat win! They are out of the play-in tournament. If the playoffs started today. They have a positive point differential on the year. They're in 6th place. They beat a team they were supposed to beat.
Come on.
I mean, this is a trend now. Like,
wow.
The Heat are facing teams without their best players, and instead of a complete meltdown and disappointment, they are actually winning the game. I mean,
Look at that.
What a novel concept. And know what else, guys? Know what else?
What's up?
What else?
They're getting healthy.
No.
They had the full the 9-man rotation. If everything stays the same, that 9-man rotation that we expected to go into the playoffs with, they all played tonight, and they beat the dog shit out the New Orleans Pelicans. Like, hey, listen, it's a good win on a night the Knicks and the Pacers lost. Like, this is one they had to have. This is one they got. I am Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome to Miami Heat Beat Postgame Show Hangover Time. If you're watching live on Twitch, we love you. Send us your subscriptions and your bits and all that good stuff. If you're watching live on the 5 Reasons YouTube page, we love you as well. If you're watching the replay on either the 5 Reasons YouTube page or the Miami Heat Beat YouTube page, we love you. And if you are listening tomorrow on a podcast, audio version on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from, we love you the most. Because that's where we make all of our money. Bring me out, Brass. Listen, even if you've already watched the show on YouTube or Twitch, just play that shit in the background tomorrow morning. Like, celebrate the win again. Listen, we need our gaming chairs. We need our money. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. I need a new pair of shoes. I'm rocking Air Monarchs from like 3 years ago.
He is, guys.
Damn.
He really is.
It's embarrassing and it's sad. They got grass
Sources
stains on them. I do yard work in them shits.
That's
Everybody, like, listen, I am on hotel Wi-Fi, so this shit is about to be an adventure. I'm in the Courtyard Marriott in Wilmington, North Carolina. So let's see how this shit
Did you
stands
pay for
up.
the Wi-Fi or was it free?
No, I have to. I'm a Bonvoy person. I think it's free. Is there a paid version?
We'll find out in about 5 minutes.
We'll find out.
Let's see how much we get out of it.
And guess what,
Right.
guys? The bar closed. So guess what I have to drink? This shit they had a little cooler behind the front desk. So, in that vein, let's find out who your player of the game is and toast him with a Michelob Ultra.
Okay.
Not the Monarch.
Yes, the Monarch. Cargo shorts and Monarchs, baby. That's the uniform. Ho, ho, ho. Siobhan. I shouldn't have went to Siobhan after I said that's Kenny. What are you drinking tonight? And toast your player of the game.
I just had a shot of vodka, so let's let that marinate. This is some tea. This is a custom blend of tea that's happening there. And I'm stealing Gabe. Not Gabe. Love him, but I'm stealing Bam. For 11 of 15, 26, 31 minutes. Just effortless, efficient. Keep taking that damn shot. Like, he's stepping into it beautifully. Mix it up when you need to. They're not checking you. Shoot the fucking ball. That's this. Like, he has never actually really needed a 3 yet. He's just needed to shoot the shit that he's been left open to shoot. And so, keep doing that.
Love it, Tiff.
Yes.
I think I know who yours. I thought Siobhan was gonna steal yours, and I was like, "That's messed up. That's messed up." Go ahead, Tiff. Who is your player of the game?
So let me just say this before I tell you that. I am not drinking because I am drinking water, and I will not be drinking for a while since hanging out with Alf. I'm still slumped.
That is a familiar refrain.
Yes, sir.
I have not recovered. My player of the game is the Heat's future point guard. That's 10 assists max. That's what I'm gonna start calling him.
Listen.
Gianni crying somewhere.
Tip, that's 10 assists, 1 turnover.
What? Say it again, Alf.
10 assists with 1 turnover. I mean,
sound like your point guard to me.
G just can't catch a break. G cannot catch a break.
Brass, you want to tell them about drinking with me, or you just want to give them your player of the game?
Well, it's really funny that you mentioned that. I don't really remember much about drinking with you. We've done it a lot, and every time I'm a little hazy afterwards. But they were playing New Orleans tonight, so I did make a very, very one of New Orleans' most popular cocktails, the Sazerac. So it's rye whiskey, it's muddled sugar cubes. It's
This is fucking Marvel.
We need one more gym.
You got an Infinity Stone? Is that what you made?
That's
I had a
pretty,
few
though.
of these when I was hanging out with Alpha in New Orleans. My player of the game, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Bam. Also, I mean, he's been so dominant. And also, like, they won by 26 points. He scored 26 points. That is not a coincidence. So they do not win this game without Bam Adebayo. They just tied. So, I'm good enough at math to figure that out. I also want to say shout out to Kyle Lowry for finally being on a Heat win, because according to the timeline, this is the first time it's happened all season.
They haven't won a single game.
Pretty cool, man.
Kyle Lowry
Pretty
has
cool.
played. Don't look
Turn
that
the
up.
corner.
Don't look that up. If Dwayne Dedman had played, he'd have been a minus 28 tonight. Brian.
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
They want to see the jersey. Hold on.
Yeah,
They want to see the jersey.
Well,
It's coming soon.
Hero wasn't the best player tonight, but that's okay. That's okay.
All right.
Brian,
my player of the game, obviously, I'm drinking Body Armor. I'm still recovering from Christian's wedding, so honestly, I met my quota for a while. Yeah, man, that shit was.
That was last year. Wasn't that
last year?
Even
Oh,
G's
no.
head stopped spinning like a couple weeks ago. Like, what the fuck, man?
I gotta recover those electrolytes. It's not good.
Yes.
So yeah, my player of the game is definitely Kyle. Not Kyle Lowry. It's Gabe Vincent. What's funny is
Unnecessary.
I took a nap between like halftime, so I saw him make that like first quarter 3-pointer to end that first quarter, and I woke up and then he made like another 3-pointer to end the quarter in the third quarter, and I'm like, they're still up 20 points. This is great. So honestly, like Gabe Vincent seemed like he was holding it down. I'm looking at his stat line, finished with 16 points, 4 for 8 from 3, had 3 assists, 0 turnovers, a plus 11. Yeah, he looks pretty good still. Maybe he should start.
Whoa. I think I just made that point.
G up in here.
I think I just made the point clear who the new point guard was.
He beat infighting. I thought we all thought the same around here.
Siobhan's like, no, we don't. Kenny, remember when Kenny said he was drinking something brown the other day?
Yeah, I'm not. We not.
I'm gonna tell him.
What was it?
So, I had Jose Cuervo, but that shit tastes like when you cut your finger and you like get the blood off real quick. So I'm drinking Coca-Cola now because I'm not finishing that bullshit.
What?
My player of the game is Kyle Lowry. I don't look at stats. I don't care about that shit. I think he came out, set the tone early, defensively and offensively, and that's good enough for me. So fuck it. My player of the game is Kyle Lowry. I know some of the chat's gonna disagree with it, but hey, y'all can fucking go to hell. I don't care.
Wait.
I think he just got a raise.
Wait.
I love Kenny. I love Kenny so much because he's always just like, you know what? Like, I don't give a fuck about what you think. Like, honestly, fuck you. You all can go to hell. Fuck you. I don't care what you think.
Meanwhile,
Like,
he up here having drinks
sounds
that
like
taste
you
like
care
pennies.
a little bit, but yeah. We need more
First of
drink
all,
reviews.
Who out here drinking Jose Cuervo on a weeknight?
It was cheap and hey man, I don't know.
You got a nip. You got a little nip. Put it back. You got a little nip.
Oh my god.
Hey, if that's G in chat, I hope that's true because my light bill was in hell. So I hope I'm getting a raise.
What's the safe word?
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't want to. Hey, I'm not a safe
Lowry.
word type of person. I'm gonna be honest.
Kenny just said choke the hell out of him.
Like
Kenny said just choke the hell out of him.
I am
Get
not
him out of here, Brass.
Don't choke me. Don't even.
Brass.
I can't.
He said,
I can't.
Kenny said, "Stop with my eyes rolling the back
Hey,
of my
I'll
head."
be on camera. I don't care. I'm a very average time.
Anyway, my player of the game. Jesus Christ, Kenny lady. Woo! My player of the game is
Put it on a
is
t-shirt.
Orlando.
It's
Hey,
gonna
shut
be a
up,
C
Kenny.
plus every
Goddamn.
time.
My player of the game was Orlando Robinson for not being Dwayne Dedmon.
That's it.
Like this is just another game where like he comes in, he just does his job. Nothing
Just do
fancy.
regular shit. He just
That's it.
Regular ass big motherfucker shit.
Right.
he
Just
got
doing
good
this.
hands.
Look, that's all we
Take
need.
And then
Take it.
and then you know what you take the ball, you put it right back.
And you know what he
Put it right
do?
back in the fucking-
He keep those elbows out.
and then get the rebound, just dump it right
Pivot.
back in the back. You
Get it
Oh,
out.
just-
Keep it high.
Yep.
somebody get past the guard them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
when
it.
you're setting a screen, don't move. You know,
Set one.
little shit.
Stay there. Hold.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Right.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Breathe.
Hold on. Breathe. Just keep your core straight.
And you know what he do when he go
Above
to the
break
bench?
threes,
He doesn't throw a massage.
Probably
gun
not use a
sometimes.
massage gun. I'm sure they banned those from the sidelines.
His hands are for applauding.
hey, above the break threes, not your
Hey,
job.
nah.
Not your job.
Nope.
Get your big ass down there in the paint, get some rebounds,
And help the guards.
Stop people.
And be large.
That's
Shit.
it.
Everybody
Be
loves
big.
Orlando. Everybody loves Orlando.
And
Well,
don't
one
shut
person
up.
doesn't really care for him.
Oh shit. Debbie ain't like that shit.
No, not a fan.
So I just there's a lot of things going around Heat Twitter and stuff. I was on 5 Reasons the other day talking about Kyle starting or Gabe starting. My whole thing basically was like I was kind of tired of this just narrative that the entire Heat season is Kyle Lowry's fault when we all know it's Dwayne Dedmon's, but that's a whole other conversation. Like Kyle hasn't been great, but he also isn't the reason you're losing games. Like he's just been fair, right? And you want to talk about his contract? Maybe that's good. Maybe that's not good enough. Gabe has struggled all season, but lately Gabe's been playing well. Kyle's back in the lineup. Tonight's minutes distribution is exactly what I want from them, right? 22 minutes for Kyle, 25 minutes for Gabe. Somewhere in that vicinity, 25 minutes each is what, and I think Kyle probably didn't play as much because it was a blowout. But like that mid-20s for both guys, like that's kind of what I want to see. I don't really care about who starts or who, it's about who finishes, and I really wouldn't finish with either of those guys if it's a close game. But that's where I want to see the minutes distribution. I just think you keep Kyle's minutes low to raise his effectiveness, and you bring up Gabe's minutes because he's just been really, really good off the bench.
Yeah, Kyle has not been your problem this season. And I think it's fine to say that Kyle has been fine. I understand the idea of like maybe when, shit goes awry, wishing that he, I don't know, I guess gave you more than fine. But you can't understate his availability. You can't understate the fact that he's been there. He's mostly been consistent. I understand wishing that his highs were higher and his lows didn't feel that low. Everyone knows I'm a Gabe homer, but not in an unbiased way. I don't feel like there's a necessity to start Gabe. You don't need to. And it's fine to not need to. Like if Kyle needs his time when he thanks you. Like when Kyle looks like shit, pull him. When he needs time to rest, pull him. You have a competent backup. There's no real need to switch it. Although my only issue has been this acting as if or carrying it as if Gabe could not do the job. I've said repeatedly, like the type of offense that Miami runs, it's not one dependent on their guard doing a bunch of extra ball handling. It's mostly triggering, getting things going, and then relocating and getting a part of some screen or whatever. That being said, Kyle's not the issue. I do like he's not a big enough of the issue to get a lot of the unwarranted hate. Like give him the shit that he's due. Give everyone the shit that they're due. Like y'all do a lot with the least way too often. A lot with the least way too often. Like, gee, wish he had a gun over here. What? But yeah, no, I agree with you. The minutes distribution was fine. 22 minutes from Kyle, 7 points, some organizational stuff that he does. Like it's whatever. I'm cool with people, I don't know, I guess wanting things to change, but it doesn't really need to. They're okay. They have bigger issues elsewhere. And I don't think that's a constructive use of a lot of this energy. Yeah, and this is from someone who like really, really loves Gabe and would be cool if he did start. And keeping it a buck, if it were between Gabe and Depot, people were talking about Depot starting, and I guess I kind of get that. I would put Gabe starting before I let Depot start at point guard. That's a different piece of conversation.
Running the offense, I love Vic, but I don't want him running the offense. We'll have 18 possessions a game. Tiff. There will be no air left in the ball if Vic is running this shit for 35 minutes.
No, it'll be air, but it'll have the titty on it, like when you had the ball too long.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I haven't heard anybody say that in 20 years.
I grew up poor. We weren't just switching basketballs out like that. You might take a quick dribble and might fly across the street. Just had to live with it.
Add that to the list for later. The titty on the basketball.
Yes, please.
That should be the name
Titty
of the
ball.
episode.
That's the name of the episode.
Kenny.
That's the episode today.
Never flat.
Basketball.
Brian.
Jesus Christ, Brian.
Tiff.
Definitely never flat though. We don't deal with that over here. But
let me get back to basketball.
Please throw the gun at him.
Not the one with the titty on it. Tiff, you've been talking about overusing Max all year.
Shit.
You've been talking about overusing Max all year. Tonight only 26 minutes. Jimmy sits the fourth quarter. Like you had, these are the kind of games you need where you're not killing your guys. There's not, everyone's playing an even amount of minutes. Like honestly, Max, we were watching the game and Frankie was like, "Wish we had some more depth," because Max and Gabe shouldn't even had to finish that game.
Right.
But just like kind of speak to like Max at 25, 26 minutes, kind of perfect.
That's where he should be at. What did he have, a whole streak of 41 plus minutes? Like that's you can't do that. Like you can't expect somebody to have that type of streak, also play the switch defense, also put up X amount of threes, also run pick and roll, which but you listen, I love Max, but you asking way too much of a guy who literally is like, I'm happy to be here. Truth be told, like he's still earning his stripes. So you're asking a lot. But between him and Kyle and Jimmy and and Gabe came back off of injury. Like at some point you do want these guys you want them to play, but what you want them to do is just play enough. And I think this is where at some point we do have to start utilizing Kane, and I know you hate it, Alf, but you got to start utilizing Hamish probably a little bit more.
I didn't like the fact that Hamish only played 5 minutes tonight. Tonight's the kind of game like why are we at a 9-man rotation against a battered Pelicans team?
When you have a 20-point lead for most of the game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You want to use him more tonight.
Although it was so great to see a game like never even remotely come close to slipping away.
No.
Maybe Spo needed one of these kind of wins.
I mean, I got a little scared in that third quarter. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
It got to like 12. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, they cut it to 14. I was like, well, here we go. But they were able to, but listen, if they had Zion and Brandon Ingram, who knows what would have happened tonight, but they didn't. And he pulled out a win. And Brass, on a night the Knicks and the Pacers lost, like there was a huge opportunity that came to you on Monday and we squandered that one. But tonight you take advantage of the Pacers are in a free fall. The Knicks are going to nick at some point. I mean, they're kind of nicking right now. Like,
careful.
You need to. Don't say that word. You need to.
I'm not.
You need to get these games. Like, you need these. Like, at some point, like it stops being. It's early. It's not early anymore. It's second half of the season.
Right.
No, it's not early. They need to kick the ass of teams that deserve to get their asses kicked. Tonight was one of those nights when you're missing two of the top players. Their schedule is rough coming up. It's rough. But I'll take some solace in this year when they play the better teams. I have preferred their performance.
Yeah.
They have been playing up. Now, can they do that game after game when they have streaks of good teams? That's to be seen. But it's nice to see the team getting healthy when this is happening. So, but I would like a little more minutes distribution, though, because I do not want to run our top 8 and 9 guys just ragged.
You got Pels tonight, Mavs, Pels, Celtics, Magic, Hornets. So
That's
Mavs,
not a bad
Pelicans,
stretch.
Okay, so
Celtics.
that's you're right. This upcoming
And they've
stretch
proven-
right here is not so bad. But I know it gets. People on timeline have been saying we have one of the tougher remaining schedules left. I think we got kind of a nasty streak of games coming up in February.
I mean, but they've proven they can beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
And Brian, to what Brass said, and this is kind of a little higher level, are they playing up to competition or down to competition? Right? Like, are they one of the better teams in the East, or are they and they play down to the bad teams, or are they just mid? And then when they get some good competition, something within Jimmy and these guys plays up. I mean, are they still contenders in the East, or what are they exactly in your mind?
I think they're finally putting together this stretch where they're obviously winning games, which helps their confidence. That I was watching an interview with Bam, and they were talking about basically that they're having fun playing together again. It wasn't something that they kind of came into the season, with that confidence, especially going on that playoff run to the Eastern Conference Finals, making it to Game 7. Obviously, like you experience that kind of high, but you don't make it that far where you want to. You come into the season basically starting from the ground up again. It's a tough grind, and it kind of feels like with the injuries took them off that momentum to get to where they are now. And it definitely took them much later in the season to get to the basketball playing that they're playing now. Obviously, a lot of injuries are accounting for that, but in my mind, when I watch the team, I definitely see them improving in a lot of areas every single game. Doesn't mean that they're going to be, one of the final two teams in the East again, like they were last season. But with a couple of moves, they probably could trend in that direction just because I feel like they're still missing that one or two key guys, specifically in like the front court, to kind of help them lead them in that direction. But overall, like their 3-point shooting is starting to come around. Their offense looks better. That to me, that honestly is like one of the things that I look at this team. Like if they're scoring over 100 points consistently, they usually have a pretty good chance of winning. Over 110, really. And I mean, today they scored over 120. And there was a blowout. And they've had 2 blowouts now, I think, in their last 3 wins. So if they continue playing to this level and they're not playing close games, I think that's a win. And if they continue trending that direction, that net rating is going to go up even more than what it is right now, because I think it's 0.6 after this
Yeah, they
win.
finally got to a 0.6 point differential.
Yeah. So
I mean, they've been flat all year, or like slightly under, slightly negative.
I do not trust this team as presently constituted to do a lot. They do need a move. Whereas last season, at this point, when people were discussing trades, it wasn't as if like if the team decides that they want to make a trade, that's fine. That because they know better than we do, right? But last season it wasn't necessary. Our bench was stronger, and then we were a 1 seed at the trade deadline? I mean, or
we were top 3 at least.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we were damn near.
That was a big argument.
We were more consistent much more consistent than we have been this season. And this season they do need something. They need a 4. You have got to. They do need to make some sort of move. I just want to like get rid of it. Like we're not the anti-trade show, but I don't like discussing trades when there's not a trade to be had, and when there's really it's not necessary to fuck up a good thing. So it is nice to see this team trend in the right direction.
yeah,
That's promising, but they need that plus a 4. I don't know if Kyle's going to be the one moving. I think he's more of an off-season kind of thing. But I think if they can if they find something, and Kyle's okay with being moved, Jimmy's okay with being moved, hey, more power to him.
I think to Brass's point, I think this Heat team is giving the front office a reason to really explore those trades to improve the team even more with the roster they have. This stretch of games that they're playing right now, if they continue winning like they have been in this what's past 20 games, I think they're now 15-4, 15-5, something like that. They just need to continue playing like that. I think Pat Riley notices that they're coming off that, like I said, that stretch in the beginning of the season where they were really inconsistent. Now they're putting together these wins. I wish they had a bigger winning streak like the Celtics have right now with 7 wins, but maybe they'll get to there. I don't know. I think that was something that I think last year's Heat didn't even do that well either. They didn't really go on winning streaks. What they really did well last season is if they did lose, they only held it to like a 1-loss game. They didn't build a losing streak, and they continue winning like 3 games in a row. And then they only lose 1, they continue winning 4 in a row. So to me, if they can just continue doing that, I mean, we're 4 games back basically from the 2 seed right now almost. That's honestly not that hard to climb. We got 40 more games still left in the season.
I think the issue is like so are half the East.
Yeah, but
it is a
crowded. I was told
East.
4 games is an impossibility to overcome in half a season, and I was like, I mean, what league have you watched? Yeah. Like, I mean, like look at Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Nets. KD goes down. I mean, they're about to be. I mean, they're about to have a rough stretch themselves. So you just never know what could happen, Kenny. Until to Brian's point,
nobody hears it. Is it just
I hear it?
Yeah, I was about to mute, and then Brian, and then I was about to ask me a question. Somebody needs to
then, Kenny.
Yeah,
they got it. We good? No, not yet.
Yes, now. Oh no, he's on mute. Damn, I thought.
Okay, they good now. They don't be paying no attention over here. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So to Brian's point, like, and also to Brass's point, people think we're like this anti-trade podcast. First of all, we're a post-game show, so like we talk about what we have just seen. And I really like to live in reality. Like, I don't do the hypothetical shit. Like, I don't care. Like, this whole like these arguments about who they could get, who they can't get, cryptic tweets and nonsense and educated guessing. I'm not into all that, right? But I don't think any of us have ever said they shouldn't trade anybody. Like, this should be the team going forward. And I think to Brian's point, the stretch they're on right now is like you hope that it's not like, hey, we've been the team's playing better, let's keep it together. It needs to be, no, the team's playing better. It's time to make a move to take them over the top. So like you're hoping that that's the mentality, not like that whole run it back mentality, like, oh no, we're fine. Like in 2020, they were, I mean, one of the best offenses in the league. They were rolling. Trade deadline came. They added Jay Crowder. They added Iggy. They added Solomon Hill. I'm hoping for something like that this year.
Yeah, and I do want to also clarify, because I get looked at as mostly as the anti-trade and anti-trade talk guy. I do want to say nobody has an issue with trades or even trade talk. Just don't be fucking annoying. It's kind of that simple. It's like, okay, like you can want a deal to happen, but when it doesn't, stop. If I see one more fucking person crying over Donovan Mitchell, I'm going to like break everything in my bedroom. I don't need the rant music. I'm done with that. But it's just like at a certain point, just grow up and shut up. But yeah, so I think anyway, so this is a team that may need something. Well, not may, and they're getting stuff together, but they're
like Patty May.
They alpha for it.
No, they definitely need something, and I feel like it's gonna happen. At the very least, the team is going to try. But back to the original point, don't make up stuff or what you might want to happen, and then get disappointed when it doesn't. It's probably going to be a small move. It's probably going to be a small move that's very effective, and that's kind of all they need.
It should be 2 small moves that are effective. But can I just say that no one answered, Alf, what your question was? Are they mid and play up, or are they better and play down?
I don't know.
Right.
What do you think?
I think they're mid and play up, personally.
That's
where I land too.
Because it's easy to play up.
It is.
And I guess that bodes well for you playoff wise, because every game is an up game. But like,
yeah.
I mean, and to me, the ability to play up means get them some help. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
the fact that they're able to raise their game, like
they can get
let
there.
it not
Like,
have to be a Herculean effort every time.
Right.
Give them some help.
I think the difference between the two is so slim.
it is slim, but
It's
it
so
is
slim
a difference.
because they could be mid and then play up, but also you look at so many of the losses this year, they were just so fucking unnecessary. And this team is clearly better than a lot of their losses.
And a lot of the
see,
wins
that's
on
why I
the
didn't
streak
even
have
bring
been
up-
but a lot of the wins on the streak have been with undermanned teams. So like you have that point, but there's also points that balance.
Sure,
and
but we were also undermanned for a lot of it.
That's what I was going to say. Like, we've lost to undermanned teams, and we've also lost as a majorly undermanned team. So we really at the end of the day,
they're trending in the right direction.
They're trending in the right direction. But let's be honest, we don't know who they are.
They don't all the way.
They don't know.
Could go either way.
They don't all the way know.
They don't know.
I think we're all beyond they're
awesome.
a lottery team.
Right.
They should tank. I think we're all past that point.
Yeah, no, that's not who they are.
That was never in play.
No,
that might
that's
be
not
one
who they
person
are.
saying that shit. Honestly,
The team sucks.
That's not
and
who
all
they
that.
are.
We're not
But
there.
Listen, we're gonna do trade shows because I like talking shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna do trade shows. We ain't doing it right now. We ain't doing it today. We ain't doing it tomorrow. But we gonna do it when the time is
Very
right. I'm gonna
soon,
talk
it's
my
about that
shit.
time.
I'm gonna talk my
Come
shit
on, Tiff.
because I want to see a trade because I want to see them be better. I don't give a fuck who out of here. Send their ass out. Send somebody better, and let's get the wins happening. I don't give a fuck. I like to win. I like to watch winning. I don't like to watch this shit we've been watching, except for tonight. They look good. But let's be real. You ain't winning with this squad. Somebody got to go, and I'm okay with it. That's it. Tell the truth.
Even if it's Max?
If it's Max, I'm going where Max go. I already told y'all that. I'm out. I already told y'all.
Look, they sell cereal in every state.
A black bitch would be
Games
wearing a
is going on
Celtics jersey if I have to.
Hey, you calm down.
Nah, you can't do that.
No, Tiff,
I'm
Tiff,
like,
Tiff.
That's
hey,
too far. With that goddamn
like
statue. Get her
All
out.
right, love you, Tiff.
I don't think Tiff has ever been kicked out.
I know you.
that's the first time I done got kicked out.
It was warranted though.
Ooh, I had to
see what
clutch.
they-
I had to grab my pearls.
What they
Celtics
do
jersey might be the White Lives Matter tee of like basketball.
I was gonna get one that say "You matter too."
You see what they doing to important black people in Boston? You see all. You,
Oh my God.
All right, chat. All right, hold up. Chat is killing me. All right. I'm joking. Not really, but I'm
Tiff gonna be
joking.
the next statue.
People, we know Tiff appreciates her own blackness. We don't have to actually believe she's gonna wear a Celtics jersey.
Hey, listen, I'll be real. Max was a Celtic at one point. All right.
He was.
Yeah,
He
not
was.
long
So
time
they don't know shit.
Long time
Over
ago.
in Boston. They
Long
know
time
nothing
ago.
about player development.
Listen, we can talk trades in a second. Maybe next show. I'm pushing my OG Anunoby for 3 first-rounders agenda.
I'm on that
Fuck the
train.
future.
Oh.
Fuck them kids. Fuck the
Fuck
draft.
them
Who
kids.
gives a shit? You get OG, all your fucking picks are gonna be in the high 20s. Who you gonna get?
Look, it doesn't because if you draft
7 years
somebody,
from now?
almost not playing them for 5 years anyway, so it doesn't matter.
7
Just
years from
bring
now,
OG.
Miami gonna be underwater. Who gives a shit?
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Al, what
Tell
you
it.
doing?
Win
Good time,
now.
Long time.
Yeah, I don't got time.
He
I
had
don't got time to worry about 7 years from now.
his
Right.
last game. He had 5 points, 2 for 13 shooting, 0 for 4 from 3.
Brian,
Bring him in.
Brian, come on, take him out.
You want to trade
Get
3
Brian
first
out of
round picks
here.
for that?
Brian, that's one game.
Like I give a shit about picks.
He'll have a
Yeah,
number one
I'll put my
draft pick and not play until he's 45.
Ain't my draft.
I put my light bill on the credit card. You think I'm worried about the credit?
I put my shit in my mama name.
Shit.
I got paid
My daughter
today.
got bills in her name.
That's a Haywood Highsmith stat line.
My daughter got a
Jesus,
mortgage. Ain't even speak yet.
Don't you dare compare him to Hamish. Will you watch your mouth, Brian?
I do want to call out some subs. We have Invictus Mock resubscribed with Prime. That's 9 months
on,
straight for them.
Invictus.
Thank you for that.
All right,
Karate
Invictus.
Situation gave out 2 community gift subs. King Barros 89 resubscribed with Prime. That's 13 months straight for you. So thank you for that. And they say, "Let's go. It's 12:30 a.m. here in Brazil, and I got to wake up early to work. But who cares?
Fuck
LMAO.
it.
I really
listen.
don't care.
I-
But that is awesome.
I just
Thank you
think-
for that.
I just want to shout out Alf for keeping blackness alive, putting bills in his baby's name.
Brass.
Ryan Sproviero
Kenny
gifted
outta
a
here.
1 month tier 1 sub to Carla Tiana. And thank you for that. And Fez Butter resubscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed
Fez.
for 18 months. Lifer.
Who was that? What's that? Cal AU, KALAU said I was coming over to the U.S. in 7 years to see the Heat. We ain't gonna be here.
We ain't gonna be here. That's why we got to do the trade now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
Good
over
time,
here.
not long time.
Give him the Magic Johnson, Alf.
I ain't gonna be here.
I ain't gonna
No,
be
it'll
here.
be under. Jimmy's contract timed it just right. By the time he's done, it's
Boom,
underwater.
apocalypse.
It's over.
Boom.
And then, boom, who has all the giant boats that can host basketball leagues?
There you go.
Either way it goes, like
All right, so
even
you
if
can make
Miami-
all the Mickey Harrison jokes you want, but fucking
really gonna burn
light
those
years
boats.
ahead on this shit. With
We gonna have the Eastern
They're building
Conference
another
final on
sky
the
rise on
Carnival.
the sand over there. I don't know what the fuck they doing.
Yeah, even if Miami's not underwater by the time those draft picks come, rookie contracts are not enough to afford rent in Miami anymore. So it does trade them fucking picks
That's true. They can't afford
a
the
max
50
deal
on a rookie
for a
contract.
1-bedroom in Overtown.
They said I would. This is off, and I want to go to Bond's breakdown next to get back to a little bit of basketball. They were talking about there's a new high rise going up in Miami for a 500 square foot at $600,000. I was like, come on, man. Hey, y'all deserve to think.
And I bet that shit right there in Alapata or some shit.
Right. 500 square. It's in Brickell or some shit. Like they need another high rise in Brickell.
Yeah, they saying Brickell with Little Havana.
Anyway, Siobhan, it's been
Hey.
a while. Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Sure.
People have been asking for it.
No, they haven't.
Let's get a Bond break.
Oh, hold on. Let me break it down so it can forever and consistently be broke.
Hold on, Ryan Shapiro. That is Carnival Cruises, not Caribbean. That's
Said Caribbean.
close though, close.
Yeah. Just some quick random kind of little pieces of things. You can start. I only got 4. We'll see how this goes. So, all right, pause. To run as much zone as we do, I hate the way that we attack the zone offense. Like we don't try to get in the middle, or not with any like actual intentionality, not with any like true desire to get there. We just like find our ways into the middle. So we don't necessarily screen the zone really well. Shout out to PJ. But go ahead. So Jimmy sent Orlando down and stop. Like bring it from the beginning. Vic, just a simple fucking pass with like thought. Let's get in the middle, zone, soft, and then operate. Orlando, get out the way. That's a good kickback. And like you even if you don't score under the basket, getting the ball into the middle forces the defense to sink or to react just on all sides of it. But we don't do it enough, or we don't do it with any like actual purpose. We just lollygag kind of through. Go ahead to the next one.
Man, I want you to do like a 30-tweet thread one day on Vic entry passes.
Oh my gosh, if I had the fucking time, I have like 4 threads worth of stuff that I have just clipped and haven't put out. I'm annoyed. That's up there though. Small stuff. Gabe, I don't know why it's cut off like this, but go ahead. Gabe is on that far pause. Gabe's on that far corner that just passed it to Jimmy. It's important the arc. He plays this from the beginning too, like the path that Gabe takes on this cut. He doesn't cut too close to Jimmy as to bring his defense. This is a wide arcing goddamn cut, and then just settles. Like I don't know what's happening in that zone, but like he just trotted his little self all the way across the arc, and just got a good shot there. But
they were
one more
abusing
time.
Larry Nance all night, like abusing this man.
It like Frankie talks about it a lot, like how we just cut on top of each other. Like we'll get the ball in a post-ish area and just go sit in that man's lap. But that's way not to do that there. And then the last 2, go ahead, Brass, and then pause. So this is New Orleans' first points. CJ is right here at the top of the free throw circle, the high key. He's about to curl down and kind of go under the basket. They get this pass because Jimmy's guarding CJ, but Jimmy never sees the ball. And then Bam and Tyler over here somewhere don't see the ball also. So go ahead. And then pause here. Jimmy's head. Jimmy doesn't see this. And then Tyler's man circles around. By that point, Bam is completely enthralled with whatever Jonas is doing. Go ahead. And this is a good pass. And there's no one in the back. But they tried the same thing around the 6.5 minute mark. Go ahead. And Caleb played it much better. Pause. He's tagging, he knows where his dude is, but he hasn't lost sight of the ball. So if he wanted to make that pass, that would be dumb because Caleb sees it the whole way through. And just small stuff like that. You can take me out. Those are the important things with regards to defensive awareness and connectiveness and just good defense. It's not just always positional and hands and steals and blocks, but adjusting and shit like that. When your man is cutting out, make sure that you're still seeing where the ball is, hands in passing lanes, stuff like that. So I like Caleb on that adjustment. The sharpest they've looked from half to half on both ends of the floor all season. It being without Brandon and Zion is important, but New Orleans has also been playing really well without the two of them, so that doesn't discredit how well we look tonight. I wonder what they're going to look like when we have them Saturday, but I like tonight. I didn't have too much of a problem with much of anything.
I don't know. Saturday, is that Kidcaster Day?
It is Kidcaster Day, I think.
No, thanks.
I'm gonna need to find that Pelicans broadcast. I'm gonna lob this to everybody, because they're not shooting better.
Sunday.
What is it? What do you guys think the difference with the offense is?
Kenny, this is how you were all last.
What are they doing differently? Because it's not the 3-point shooting. Go ahead, Tiff.
They're moving the ball. They're actually going to the basket. They're looking to shoot when they get into the lane. Those are big things. They're still kicking the ball out when they don't have the shot. They're not shooting better, but they're making timelier shots, though. So I think that also makes a difference. They're not forcing 3-point. They didn't force any tonight. I don't think they forced any. There were a few with the shot clock running down, but they didn't really force anything. They just look better together. They look like they're happy. That makes a big difference. They're smiling, they're laughing, high-fiving, giving each other the finger. They look happy. And when you look happy and you feel good, guess what? The ball finds air. So everybody was touching the ball. Everybody was getting shots up. That's how they got to play. Yeah, they were feeding Bam, but I'm not trying to isolate Bam and say you feed Bam, you win, because that's not the recipe for every game. Everybody's got to touch the ball. That's how they're gonna win. They don't have a dominant scorer. They don't have a scorer who can put up 30 and not sweat. So they have to rely on 5 to 6 players to keep the offense moving, and that's what they did tonight.
Is there still a lob? In some games they're setting their screens lower. They've been spamming Bam, Tyler pick and rolls out of the empty corner, out of that empty left corner. They've been moving the ball more efficiently, and I think they're picking and choosing when they're trying to ISO or trying to break people down more effectively. It's not so much off of without motion. They're getting movement. If it swings to the left wing, do you have a move within your first 1 or 2 dribbles or moves or whatever? No, we're moving it. And I think it's worked well for them, and they're healthy, and it can't be understated that they have their pieces, or the main cogs of their pieces. Right. And so what were holes on the bench because of roster shuffling has been able to solidify and stabilize. Yep. And it's coming together. It's coming together, I guess, in the way that they envisioned themselves having to make it come together.
Can I just piggyback on that? Because a couple of weeks ago, we had that conversation and everybody was, the bench is shitty, the bench is this. And I kept saying, you need Gabe. You need somebody that I know we have Vic, and Vic is playing well.
They're two different.
But there's a difference between what
Gabe.
Vic can do exactly and what Gabe can do. And I kept saying, if he's healthy, because that was a big if, we had no clue, he could stabilize this bench. And now you have everyone who plays off the bench contributing. Everybody's scoring, everybody's rebounding, they're passing. And that's what I think, like you said, that's what the Heat probably envisioned when they said, we like this team. Yeah. But the problem is they can't stay healthy. Right. They can't stay healthy long enough for us to actually see whatever their vision was.
Every player on this team can contribute, except for Devin. Except for Devin. I will say it's beautiful that we can all agree. All of Heat Twitter can actually get to agree. I don't see anyone out there going, I don't know, Devin's been pretty good. No. We're all in agreement there. That's actually that kind of unifying thing is really beautiful to witness. But like, and that's why I hate. Listen, the players. So many players have had highs and lows this season. But like, God, I hate. I've heard Alf mention this, G mention this. I hate the building up players by knocking down others.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because you see that they all have a role. Now, are all of them going to be these two-way players that are going to, be putting up 20 points a night and being amazing defenders? No, that's not what they are when the deeper you go on the bench. But like, God, why do we have to be so fucking negative to so many of these players? It's just weird. It's weird because Gabe was being slandered early in the season.
A lot. And
a lot. And now he's being praised, but he's being praised by shitting on another player. Yeah. It's like I don't understand. I don't know when this started, but like that's just frustrating. I mean, do whatever. I'm not telling anyone what to fucking do, but I'm just saying that's to me that's sad. Like as a Heat fan, and I just want to see them get their shit together. And it seems like they are starting to get their shit together. And it's just it's so annoying to see people just like only care about their agendas. It's fucking weak.
And to me, Gabe is playing his role and playing it incredibly.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. He's a great backup, and when you need him to start, he is perfectly capable of starting. Max is back in his proper role. Caleb is still miscast, in my opinion.
Last piece.
Yes, the last piece. Listen, that's the Infinity Stone. If we could get a starting four and Caleb to that bench,
Yep.
That shit right there.
Yeah.
Alf, what would be the cost? What's the cost?
Alf's like 3 first-round picks for
3 first-round picks. Y'all here argue with me about 14-year-olds. I don't give a fuck what happens in 7 years.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Right. While y'all plotting on the futures of 9-year-olds. While we plotting on the future of 11-year-olds already.
Right. Let them kids fuck up their own. Let them kids fuck up their own knees. They don't need to come to the Heat.
Groomers,
right?
Earlier, I said the Heat are shooting well, but that's a lie because I can prove it with our guys of the game. So, just Jared in the chat. I love this trade because it says Dedmon Hamish and a first-round pick for PJ Washington. The reason I love that trade is like if Charlotte wants Wemby, like give them Dedmon and Hamish.
That's the way to get it.
Yeah.
That is.
You are guaranteeing yourself a great chance at the.
Oh man. Hey, can you imagine?
You don't even have to give them the first round
and having to pass to them too.
Yo, imagine LaMelo Ball trying to throw oops.
Yo, him throwing like behind the backs to Dedmon.
One of these.
Dedmon taking that little unnecessary two-handed dribble before he go up and miss.
Dedmon be like, "What center of witchcraft? Like, what kind of shit is this?"
Seeing a lot of things coming about my face.
Just all over here in my neck.
Like, slow it down, Harry Potter. Goddamn.
He think he David Copperfield out here.
Got 2 eyes.
This ain't Hogwarts, motherfucker. I'm playing ball.
Is this wizardry? Are you fucking with me?
You got a potion.
I don't even remember what segment this is. Okay.
This Gabe's.
Gabe, there you go, right there.
Look at him.
His braids
Gabe
is
at the end of
fresh.
quarters. Gabe at the end of quarters is
See, I
like,
should've got
I
it.
mean, look at this shit.
Look at this. Look at this. Got him.
Lash.
Got him.
That was at the end of
Gabe
the
is
first.
handsome.
Oh, you thought
He's
my man
fine.
was
Gabe is attractive as hell.
Look at him. Why did I get married?
And then at the end of the third,
Look at that.
And the third.
Three more.
Lash.
These are not easy shots, man.
Hey,
They are
number
easy because they're
two.
buzzer beaters. He don't got no choice.
No,
but to
right. I'm just gonna hoist this
Yeah,
shit.
can't think. The thing is, Caleb would have stepped on that line.
And Josh Richardson.
Yeah, he would have.
No,
No, we didn't say out of bounds. We didn't say out of bounds. We said
Caleb
on the
would've
line.
stepped on
I was at that
They
game,
needed
too.
They
Oh,
needed
God,
a three
really?
to tie
I'm sorry.
Caleb and hit that shit on the line.
Exactly. We'll celebrate. Then they'll review. Toe
Yeah.
on the
Thanks,
line.
Caleb.
throwing up the titty ball.
Oh, God.
Hey, I can't even lie, man. I'm glad they don't keep stats on pickup because my field goal percentage when I'm playing with the titty ball would have been in hell.
How did we get back here?
How did we get here?
Bring Brass brought up.
Huh? What?
I heard you. I did. You did
That's the
say
thing.
Titty. I heard
People
you.
don't be hearing Brass. Brass
No,
is
I
saying
heard
the
him.
funniest shit ever, and nobody hears him.
Yeah,
I heard
And then he takes a sip and let you dig your own
I
brain.
think Brad takes a drink. He needs to make a second.
Kidder, you dribbling the ball this way, but it bounced back that way.
Oh man.
Oh my
People
God.
thought
Who we
Kenny
play-
put a move on him. Nah, that's just a titty ball.
It'd be a titty ball in a dead
Kenny.
spot in the floor.
Yep. Boop.
Who do you try to like impersonate on the court? Like who's like the go-to signature move that you try to like do on the court or pretend like you're an NBA player?
I'm way too lazy to do any of that shit. That's why I didn't make it. I
You
had
never tried
no-
doing a jerk like one leg step back or a DOA crossover?
If it wasn't a dunk, I didn't care.
What about you?
I'm gonna be honest. I was one of them. I was not getting my mom out the hood with basketball. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't want this segment, Brass. I don't want this segment. I don't want this segment.
Dude, hey, I had
poor
bills in
man,
my name
Anthony.
already. I was stuck. Fuck it.
I was a poor man's Anthony Mason out there, boy.
I
Big.
tell you.
Hey, my dream was not
Kenny
getting
wasn't going to be a
comment.
Chris Silva.
Taking a
What is he doing? What's he doing now?
Are you coordinated enough to dunk? I just feel like I see you. Like I feel like you get all the way to the very last step and then maybe
No,
stumble just
my
on
problem-
takeoff.
No, my problem was I started dunking and stopped caring about everything else. So so I couldn't get to the basket to dunk, but if you pass it to me at the right time, I could get one off.
You remember whatever season that was, Markieff Morris on the fast break, and he tried to like go up and like dead legged it.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that's why I picture with Kenny. I feel like he go up, his heels click, and he just falls. Try to get my feet together.
Counting it while you trying to dunk. 1, 2.
But yeah, I think I had to say my mama wasn't retiring off me playing basketball for sure.
Self-aware, I like it.
Yeah, that shit wasn't gonna happen. I'm a waste of height. It's cool. Why do I keep trying to tip this empty shit?
Yeah, you tall as shit.
Yeah.
We need you at the core. You over here bullshitting with us.
Switching out
As
onto
we wind down the
perimeter and
show.
shit. We need you in the paint.
Yeah, what you doing? You over here giggling, kikiing with us.
Hey, y'all.
Fucking rebound, goddammit.
I wasn't grabbing no rebounds if I wasn't trying to get a putback dunk. I don't know what kind of player y'all thought I was.
Selfish. That's who you was.
As we wind down the episode, there was a tweet going around, a little back and forth exchange between
Oh my god.
Slang Van Gundy and Kevin
Oh,
Durant.
it's a train, my bad.
Is Frank in the kitchen?
Jesus
Trains,
Christ.
honking.
Cars,
Planes,
planes,
trains, and automobiles.
automobiles.
That's the name of the episode. Planes,
All right, but
trains,
did you guys-
automobiles, and titty balls.
Did everyone see this? The KD and Stan Van Gundy back and forth. Brass got it right here.
This was so good.
So I'm not going to read
Stan's
everything that Stan's talking about.
You definitely have to. It's a pod. Like you have to read the tweets.
Oh, the podcast. Oh, for the podcast audience. So Stan Van Gundy says 90s NBA teams had just had a trainer and a strength coach. They practiced more often and harder and played more back-to-backs. Teams now have huge medical and quote-unquote performance staffs and value rest over practice. Yet injuries and games missed are way up. Something's not working. And that was very Trumpian at the end with the exclamation point. And then Kevin Durant comes back with Stan spitting, ... Like we all know what you're trying to say. Like, my man spitting. So Stan Van Gundy says no. Just no. Period. I'm not criticizing players. I'm saying that we are getting something wrong in how we prepare and train players. We can't do anything about injuries like yours. He fell on your leg. Like he going through the whole history. Like no, KD.
I'm gonna talk about you, big dog.
Right.
You, big dog. Hey, player. He fell on your leg, but all of these groin, hamstring injuries, etc., shouldn't be happening as much as they are. And then Kevin Durant comes back with Stan. I agree with you. Laugh out loud.
But the part going under the radar is it's such a safe assumption that KD is just being defensive for no reason that I don't really blame Stan too much.
Nah, Stan ain't know that.
Stan didn't know what that meant.
Stan thought he was getting.
Stan on Twitter enough to know that, like, oh shit, KD about to go in on me.
Yeah,
I think I agree with Kenny there. Like he's probably like,
he didn't want to deal with that shit.
KD, no, it's all good. But why are we explaining what Stan thought?
He not
right.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah,
we have the man himself here tonight to explain himself and what went on. Come on in, Stan.
Ooh.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How we doing?
Great.
What?
Good, Stan.
You saw my tweet, didn't you?
Yeah, we saw it. We saw it, Stan.
Yeah. That was embarrassing. I had no idea.
What'd you think
pretty dope. It was pretty dope, Stan.
I was kind of offended because he said I'm spitting. I don't. That's not healthy to do because I still practice social distancing. The last thing that we need to do with the COVID surge is to be spitting.
You're right.
Were you worried that KD was about to really go in on you? Is that what it was?
I know, Kevin. But I was confused because he doesn't like why I'm not gross. I don't spit.
You know what, Stan? I do have. Go. I'm sorry. Go. How would you treat today's players with rest and like guys like Kawhi Leonard who take 80% of a season off? How would you address that?
Well, I think players take a lot of time off, I as a coach, I would be like, get your ass back on the court. But I just think that I do think that the training staffs are too large. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't. I don't know, guys. I've been out of the league for a minute.
Stan, was coaching lit? Like how? Like I just know like all of the all the traveling. I know it had to be a lit experience. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Wait, before we confuse Stan any further, lit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Stan. Before we have a game for you. Let's do a special segment with Stan. We have a game for you. Let's go, Brass. You got the imaging?
What is imaging? What is going on right now? Why did my background change?
I'm screaming.
No, that background busted.
What? It's what? Busting?
All right. All right. Well, Stan, let's. I'm gonna give you a slang term.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because you didn't understand what spitting meant today, so I'm gonna give you a slang term, and I want to hear what you think the definition is. Are you ready, Stan?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, here's the first one for you.
Cap. I know.
The word is
I know cap. I have many caps. I have many caps. As a matter of fact, did you see like this picture?
Ooh.
That's a wonderful. It's a wonderful cap.
Is that a low riding
That's
bike?
what that is, right? It's a literal cap.
Would you say that's a cap?
Or is it cap like the NBA cap?
Not salary cap.
What is cap?
Like if I said that bike you were riding was the right size, that's cap. They gave you a little ass bike, man. They gave you a cap is like a lie. You're lying.
Well, just say a lie. Say you're
Oh my
lying.
goodness.
All right, next one.
Okay,
Next
all right,
one. Next
I'm
one.
sorry.
I don't get this.
All right.
I don't get this at all. I don't get this at all.
This is a South Florida term right here. Jit. The word is
Okay.
jit.
Oh, I know
Say
jit.
that.
Many years ago, I got married, and our first dance was a jitterbug. And is that not what jit? It's slang for jitterbug, the dance.
Kenny, I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah,
Jit
is correct.
is short for jitterbug.
No way! I'm great at this game.
I'm gonna give that one to. I'm gonna give that. Kenny, do you agree? Does he get the point?
I agree. 100%.
All right. So a jit is short for a jitterbug
wonderful.
or a young person. All right. So here's your next one. The next one is slay. The word is slay.
Well, as you know, it is January, and one thing that I love to do is dress up as Santa Claus. And with Santa, he rides in a sleigh, of which I have my own. I put it in the attic. I don't keep it in the basement. I keep it in the attic, and I love it. It's a family favorite. But all the kids come by and sit in my sleigh.
That's not even the right spelling, Stan. That's not even the right spelling.
Yeah, but people with their Twitter fingers don't spell anymore. No.
Well,
Okay. All right.
Shout out Giancarlo
He has a
Alba.
good point.
I work
I was
for
about to
one.
say disease of G. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. This one, I mean, it should hit close to home. The word is stan.
You know, I've seen that. I've seen that everywhere, and I thought I was confused because it seemed like people were misattributing me in quotes, and I'm like, they would say something and then say "stan," but like I never said that. So I was very confused. Why would you say I said that when I didn't say that? Like I just don't get it. What? So yeah, it's
So you've
it's
never
me,
heard
but
the Eminem song. You've never heard the Eminem song "Stan."
I like Hershey's. I don't like M&M's
Oh,
that much.
right.
I'm a big candy fan.
All right. Okay. All right. It's not going that well. He's not getting you guys. Okay. We got one more
Like
for you, Stan.
whatchamacallit. What?
Last word is bussin'.
Ooh.
Bussin'.
Put it back.
I know bussin'.
Bussin'.
Because if there's one thing that I know that's very, very important is
Oh,
to
God.
vote.
Oh no.
And
Oh, no.
I helped raise money to bus voters to the voting booth. So I am bussing people to the voting booth. Vote, everyone. Vote or die like this segment.